Hi, we're here with the Celebration Army, who just jammed out for us a few songs. It was awesome. You guys are a Toronto rock band, correct?
That's right.
All right. And that was honestly like true rock and roll. Like everything from like the fashion, the music, the moves, like that's serious old school, like bringing it back. I'm loving it, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what are we doing today? Like what's going on with you guys?
We've been working on an album for a little while. We got one out and an EP. So we got two things out at the moment. Yeah. And this is our third technically, but our sophomore full-length album. So yeah.
That's great. How many songs are going to be on that?
We don't know yet. We're cutting some fat maybe. We recorded 14 just live altogether. That's how we usually record. Mm-hmm. And so now we're in the overdub process, putting in backing vocals, putting in percussion, you know, sitar or whatever, what have you. Nelson's got a bunch of effects, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Tell me about these effects.
Just some colors, just to make it interesting. Being like a four-piece, well, three with lead vocals, you know, you gotta spruce it up a little bit for people listening so it stays interesting. And yeah, so we got some cool colors on this album, some good percussion and backup vocals. So we just been doing that, just adding the decorative touches on the album right now.
Little tweaks in the studio?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Flourishes.
Awesome. So where does some of your inspiration come from? Because I can hear a lot of bands in there.
Here's where the arguments will start then.
I like arguments. Let's hear it.
And then they will never stop. Well, pretty much the only band that we agree on is the Beatles, for sure, yeah.
Okay, but what about personally? Like, where do you draw from?
A mix between R&B, prog rock, and straight classic rock. So, pretty nothing to do with anything. So, yeah.
Any specific?
Yeah, I love Chris Squire, Paul McCartney, Jaco Pastorius. What else? John Deacon. I'm crazy about Queen. So.
And how about for you?
Me, I like anything that makes people move. So if it doesn't make you move.
Being a drummer, I guess that makes sense, right?
Because I play drums, I tend to be more of a supporting role, so I tend to kind of appreciate a lot of different things.
That's awesome. Well, I can definitely hear like lots of different influences in you guys, like lots of old 70s stuff. There's blues, there's funk. It's pretty great. Like I said, it's like true rock and roll. There's not a whole lot of bands in Toronto right now doing what you guys are doing. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I mean, but that's what real rock and roll should be anyways. It's a mixing of all those things, right? That's what it used to be. Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, we don't listen to that or play that kind of music. We all listen to like really modern stuff and avant-garde stuff and different things and like jazz and blues, and it should all be part of rock. That's what rock and roll is. It's like the bastard child of all music forms, really. And it's one of the few music forms you can get away with like putting anything into it and it kind of works. Whereas, you know, you can put world music, whatever that means, into it, and it sounds good usually, right, with rock and roll. So that's what we kind of figure a real rock and roll band is, right? It's the sum of all the parts.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, lots of different backgrounds mixing together.
Yeah, it's included too. Like,
oh yeah.
I think it's important that people come to see a show and they come to see a band and they're fully entertained. They get their money's worth.
Well, you guys are definitely entertaining. I'll give you that for sure, 100%.
Yeah, we're lucky. We have a great frontman who puts on a show for us while we're busy playing our instruments. Right? It's so necessary. I mean, he's basically our salesperson, right? And he's our conduit between the audience and us. While we're busy doing these kind of things and playing our instruments and focusing on keeping that structure there while trying to put on a show. It gives Oliver the freedom to perform, and people are coming to see a show. They don't want to, it depends what kind of show you're going to see, right? But if you're going to go see a rock and roll band, you want to see some theatrics. You want to see something, right? Yeah.
Probably Oliver taking his shirt off.
Yeah, well, as long as these guys create fortresses around their pedals against my flailing limbs, then we're good to go.
We don't want to see any injuries on stage.
No.
Well, you might see.
Oh no.
Well, you've developed some ninja skills.
Oh, yeah. I've become adept at replugging stuff in that Oliver unplugs with his flailing limbs.
Or even just moving your head away.
Yeah. I've missed a few mic stands have come close.
Yeah.
MMA background, that helps.
Yes. Yeah.
So, aside from the studio, what's next for you guys? Are you planning any shows soon? Touring? Who wants to answer that?
Yeah, we got a bunch of gigs coming up. We're playing in Kingston on the 30th.
depending on when this comes out, so it'd be best.
Oh, right.
The website.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And what's your website? So what's the website? I want to check it out.
TheCelebrationArmy.com.
Yeah.
CelebrationArmy.com. Perfect.
Yeah, all of our dates are pretty, we update that as often as we can, which is all the time, I guess. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's like a one-stop shop. You can get everything from there, or Instagram or Twitter, all that kind of jazz. But yeah, I mean, depending on what
Also at CRockLive.com.
Yeah, CRockLive.com.
It'll all be posted there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming though you guys are gonna, after the new album drops, you guys are gonna take that places, go tour with it, maybe see you in Toronto a little bit, maybe across Canada.
All of that, yeah.
Videos. I mean, we have
Video.
a bunch of videos that we've shot and put out already for our last album, and so right now it's kind of gearing up for like album design, like the look of the new stuff, like a new videos and maybe some new stage clothes, stage design, all that kind of stuff. So we're just kind of wrapping up for that and deciding, what kind of tours we want to put on, where we want to go. We're looking into the States and overseas and Europe and stuff. So
That's exciting.
A lot of planning. All that kind of stuff is happening now.
You have to build the shit before it sails, so there's a lot of work involved beforehand.
Troy also likes philosophy.
Well, I can't wait for this new album. Like, I'm really excited.
Us too.
Yeah, we're as in the dark as you are in a way. We have no idea what's going on.
Well, I'm sure it'll.
Fun for that.
Uh-oh, put him on the spot.
I'm punless right now. I'm punnyless.
Well, yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited for this. And if you guys haven't heard them live, you really should go check out the Celebration Army.
Me and Troy used to play in a band together, and the singer of that band lives downstairs from Oliver as a roommate, I guess. It's a different apartment. And that band kind of broke up, and then Oliver was looking to start a band. And I talked to him, we got together, we wrote a bunch of like song ideas, and then we're like, oh, we should get together in a room. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll get Troy in there. And then I had played with Leo some other things, we were friends, and as soon as we were talking about it, I was like, I know the perfect bass player, and it was Leo. And we got together. The first time we wrote like our first two songs, the first time we got in a room together, so it was pretty easy.
Black Blue Jeans and Flipside.
Yeah,
Those were the songs.
Awesome. I love Black Blue Jeans. Such a great track.
Pretty much like, it's a good sign if there's ever one.
Well, it's a celebration.
Exactly.
Celebration. We write everything from scratch. Any projects I was involved with in the past, usually I would bring a finished piece to a band and think, this is the song that I wrote, right? Whereas with this, I don't think it's never really gone down like that. It's always from the ground up.
So it's like a full collaboration.
Yeah.
Always.
It always happens in the room. That's where everything happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not to say it won't morph and change over the years. Like, we've done a couple songs where like we've written a little piece here and there, but generally, it's us in a room hammering it out and arguing a lot together.
We're waiting for sound check, or looking at a video and editing a video, and we're noodling around with something, and something comes up. That happens.
Yeah, we have to be in the room together. It generally doesn't work if someone has an idea and they're like, I've had a bunch of riffs where I'm like, oh, this would be great for the band, and then they never do anything for the band. I bring them to the band, they're like, nah. But if we start playing together in the room and everyone starts jamming on it, then it's more than likely a for sure song. And we're pretty notorious editors.
Yeah, for sure. There's a ton of stuff. Like for every song we keep, there's maybe 20 that we're like, oh, forget it. Or maybe we take
months and we throw it out after.
Yeah, maybe we take like a piece from one from way back and throw it in a new song.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
But it only works, like as instrumentalists, like we can jam a lot, but it only works because Oliver is like fully integrated into like also contributing at the same time. Because if he didn't, it would just, we wouldn't have any idea what's going on. But he's actually singing melodic ideas, and so it helps us to know like, oh, that might be a chorus or that's a verse. He's got ideas lyrically and melodically. So that's why it really works together. Because if it was just me and the band just like hitting on riffs, it would just be aimless, So it kind of gives us structure in terms of sections and we.
Funny enough, whatever you see on stage live, it's the same guy. It's sitting there in this small little room that we play in. It's this dirty, dingy room. He's the same guy. He moves the same way. He puts, even if he doesn't know the words that he's saying, he you know, like he doesn't know, like I mean, when we're building the song, he just like he's just so enthralled in it that he, you know, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah,
Makes it very entertaining, that's for sure. Well, thanks guys for being here today. I really appreciate the visit, hearing you guys jam. It was really great. Yeah, thank you from LYNX.
Thanks
it was
for
great.
having us.
Yeah, thanks, Lynx. Thanks, D-Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope.
Great being here.
Yeah, we were in the amphitheater and you guys enjoyed it, right?
Loved it.
Yeah, it's great. Room.
Our rehearsal space is about
Yeah.
a quarter of this space.
That quarter, yeah.
This is like being in heaven right now.
Yeah.
Well, it was quite heavenly today. So thanks so much, guys. Hope to see you soon. Come back and chat with us again.
See ya.